All righty, guys, it is 6:02. We're going to go ahead and get started. Let me make sure everyone is muted. Give me 1 second. Okay. Awesome. Well, thanks for joining me today, guys. I'm so happy to be back. I haven't taught in like 2 weeks and I've missed it. Today's class is going to be all on strength and flexibility. I'm focusing on every single part of the body. I know I need it, which is why I dedicated this class to that. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to be on our sits bone. So sitting up nice and tall, cross-legged, and just roll your shoulders away from your ears. Maybe palms facing down if you want to feel more grounded today, or palms facing up to receive energy. And either soften the gaze or flutter the eyes closed. Just taking a moment here to come to your breath. Sitting here in silence, noticing the sounds around you. Noticing how your body feels. Noticing the rise and fall of the chest. Just noticing. And take a big deep breath in through your nose. And as you exhale, sigh it out through your mouth. Take another deep breath in. Exhale, release it out. And continuing this ujjayi breath, this audible breath, as you constrict the whisper muscles in the back of the throat, keeping your mouth closed, breathing in and out through your nose, creating those ocean-like sounds, and just bringing all of your attention, your awareness to your breathing. And then on your next inhale, you're going to slowly start to open the eyes and bring the arms overhead. As you exhale, take your left hand, your left forearm down to the left side of your body, reaching up and over with the right arm. Maybe the gaze is up towards the ceiling. Maybe the gaze is down towards your left hand. Just getting a nice lateral side stretch here. Continuing to breathe. Kind of find space inside body. Inhale, come up through center, arms reach up. As you exhale, right forearm, right palm plants down on the right side of the body, reaching up and over with the left arm. Again, either taking your gaze down towards the earth or up towards the ceiling. Making sure there's no strain in the neck. Inhale, reach up through center. And then as you exhale, take your right hand onto your left knee and then reach up and over with the left arm. I'm still trying to find space here. Inhale up through center. Exhale, left hand down towards the right knee, reaching up and over with the right arm. Inhale up through center. As you exhale, take both hands behind your back, taking a clasp here. So if this is too much for you, I'll turn around. If this is too much for you, you can just grab opposite elbows. We're trying to roll the shoulders up and back, away from their ears. Expand the chest, lift your gaze up towards the ceiling. Shoulder blades come together. Maybe you stay right here if you want a little bit more. You're going to slowly start to bring your chest all the way down, closer towards the earth, bringing those arms behind your back. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. Inhale, come up. Remove the bind, and then plant your hands behind your back. Roll your shoulders back and down, lifting the gaze up towards the ceiling. Open up that chest. Maybe you stay right here, or maybe you start to lift the hips up, coming up onto your knees, expanding just a little bit more, creating a little back bend. And exhale, release it down. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, plant both hands, palms of the hands onto your knees. As you inhale, take your chest forward. Bring it forward as your chest expands here. Drop your head back. And then as you exhale, go ahead and round the spine. Shoulder blades are going to come apart. Tuck the belly under. Inhale, come up through center. So we're basically doing cat-cows here, seated cat-cows. And as you exhale, round the spine, shoulder blades come apart. Inhale, expand the chest. Exhale, round the spine. We'll do 2 more, just like this, moving at your pace with your own breath. And then we'll meet at center. Go ahead and roll over onto your knees. Knees come out wide, big toes come to touch. Sink your hips back onto your heels, coming into a child's pose, planting the palms of the hands down, getting a nice little shoulder stretch here. See if you can lift the elbows off the ground. Forehead plants down. If you want a little bit more of a shoulder stretch here, maybe you take the palms of the hands to touch, and maybe you bend the elbows, bring the hands behind your skull. And if your hands are behind your skull, go ahead, slowly bring them right back down towards the earth. As you inhale, come up through tabletop, nice flat spine. From here, go ahead and extend your right leg long. So the toes are curled. Right leg is nice and straight. As you inhale, you're gonna hinge forward. Shoulders are over the wrists. As you exhale, you're gonna flex that foot as if you wanna plant that heel down. And a nice little calf stretch here. As you inhale, hinge forward. As you exhale, plant that heel down as much as you can. And you can stay here nice and stagnant, or maybe if you want to create more dynamic movement, you just hinge forward and back, whatever might feel good to you. We'll take 2 more. And last one. Come through neutral. From here, go ahead and take that right leg, lift it off the ground, and then cross it over the left leg. So now you're at a diagonal. And same thing, maybe you stay here stagnant, or maybe you create dynamic movement, getting more opening through the hip. Maybe you hinge forward and back. Whatever feels good. Take 1 more breath here. And then slowly begin to bend that right knee. And now slowly we're going to bring your hips down onto your heels, coming into cow face pose. So both knees should be parallel to one another. Sitting up nice and tall here, arms come overhead. As you exhale, twist over to the left side. Right hand comes in front of you, left hand comes behind you. Stand up nice and tall, finding some length with each exhale. Inhale, come back through center. And then as you exhale, twist it out. Lifting up to lengthen. Exhale to twist it out a little bit deeper. Inhale, come up through center. And then as you exhale, plant those hands down, rolling over onto your knees. Go ahead and unbind the legs, doing the same thing on the other side. So go ahead and take that left leg, straighten it out, tucking the toes. As you inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, plant the heel down. Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, plant the heel down. One more breath right here. And then whenever you're ready, go ahead and lift that left leg off the ground, cross it over, doing the same thing. You're finding some more opening in that hip, hinging forward, hinging back, or maybe staying stagnant. Taking one more breath. And then bending that knee, place it behind the right knee and slowly begin to bring your hips down onto your mat. Inhale, reach up, lift a little bit higher with every inhale. As you exhale, twisting over to the right side. Inhale to lift up a little bit more. Exhale, maybe twisting it a little bit deeper. Inhale, come up through center. Exhale, twist over to the left side. Trying to crack my back here. And inhale back through center. Exhale, rolling onto your knees. Unbind the legs. Coming back to tabletop. Go ahead, tuck the back toes. Send the hips up and back. Coming to your downward facing dog. Pressing the palms of the hands onto the mat. Maybe pedaling the feet. Just take whatever movements here. Maybe rocking the hips from side to side. Anything that would feel good to you. Getting any wiggles out. Take 2 more breaths. And on your next inhale, go ahead, take your gaze to the top of your mat. Take your right foot to meet the right hand, left foot to meet the left hand. Halfway lift to a nice flat back. Hands can be on the shins or onto the floor. As you exhale, take a big deep bend in the knees, round the spine. Let your head hang heavy. And then as you inhale, take a big round of the spine, slowly, rising up to your mountain pose, Tadasana. Inhale, arms come up. As you exhale, hands come behind your back, taking that clasp again. Maybe you're right here, or maybe you grab opposite elbows, rolling your shoulders back and down. Gaze comes up towards the ceiling. And then take a big deep bend in the knees, taking your belly onto your thighs. Let your head hang heavy. A nice little shoulder stretch here. Maybe shaking your head yes, no. Just releasing it. Releasing any tension here. Take one more deep breath in. And deep breath out. Go ahead, release the bind, plant the hands down. From here, step your right foot back, coming into a low lunge. So bending deep into the left knee, lift your chest up. So you shouldn't be adding a lot of pressure onto those hands. Inhale up. As you exhale, go ahead and straighten out that front leg and fold forward. Rounding the spine here. So again, kind of moving through cat-cows here, going through lunges. As you inhale, lift the chest, come into that low lunge. Exhale, straighten out that front leg, round the spine, fold forward. Inhale, a lunge, lifting the chest, lift the gaze right out in front of you. Exhale, straighten out that front leg, folding forward. One more time, inhaling. Exhale. Coming back through a lunge. And now take your hands off the mat. Engage the core. Slowly take your hands right in front of you. Make sure you're not pressing all of that weight onto that front thigh. Inhale, come up to high crescent lunge. From here, as you exhale, we're going to twist open to the left side. Engaging the core here. Nice, strong legs. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, twist it open left side. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, twisting over. And back through center. That front leg should be screaming. Exhale, come into your warrior two. Bending deep through that front knee. That back leg, that back foot is parallel to the short edge of your mat, reaching through the fingertips. As you inhale, straighten that front knee, that front leg, arms come up overhead. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, come up. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, come up. Exhale, warrior two. And then keeping your knee bent, that front knee bent, go ahead and slide that right arm behind your back thigh, reaching up and over with the left arm. Reverse it. And then cartwheel your hands down towards the earth. Right palm comes on the inside of the left foot. Left arm reaches up towards the ceiling, reaching through the fingertips here. Nice strong legs. And then go ahead and plant that left hand on the inside of the left foot. Go ahead and take that left foot and go and toe heel it out just a little bit more to get some more space here. Coming into a low runner's lunge. So option is stay right here with your palms on towards the floor, or maybe you come down onto your forearms, trying to find some more space in the hips. You're more than welcome to come onto the knife edge of that left foot, creating some more space and open the hip up a little bit more. You can hinge forward and hinge back. Just making sure you're not feeling any pain. Sensation is okay, but not pain. So here's our flexibility part. You want to know what the strength part is. If you're on your forearms, go ahead, come back up onto the palms of your hands. From here, here's a little challenge for you guys. See if you can lift that left foot off the ground. Maybe for a second, maybe not. And then bring it back down. It's really hard. And then go ahead and stick your toes out, heels are in. You're going to take that back foot and you're going to bring it outside of the right foot, or sorry, the right hand, coming into Malasana, yogi squat. Again, heels are in, toes are facing out, sitting up nice and straight. If this is too much for you, you're more than welcome to grab books or a block and place it under the sits bones. Hands come to heart center, again, sitting up nice and tall. Maybe you stay right here. Maybe you take the left hand down towards the floor, right hand comes up. Or you have the option here to play with crow pose if that's in your practice. If you want to play with crow pose, what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your big toes together. Your knees are gonna come out wide as if you're a frog. You're gonna plant the hands down. You're gonna stick your butt up high. You're gonna bend the elbows towards your knees. So you wanna come into like a tricep push-up, you don't want your elbows flaring out. And then you're gonna slowly start to hinge forward as the knees come onto your triceps, and maybe you lift one foot up, maybe lift the other foot up, making sure your gaze is nice and forward, lifted, and curl. Let's take 3 more breaths here to play. And we will all eventually meet back in downward facing dog. So if you are in Malasana, yogi squat, you can either step it back, you can meet us in downward facing dog, or you can go through your vinyasa flow. So coming through high plank, slowly moving through chaturanga as you bend the elbows. Inhaling, lifting the chest forward. Exhale, tuck the back toes, send the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Inhaling through your nose. Exhale, open your mouth side out. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, side out. Inhaling. Exhale it out. Inhale, take the gaze to the top of your mat. Either walk, step, or hop. Halfway lift when you get there. Nice flat back. As you exhale, fold it down. As you inhale, round the spine, slowly coming all the way up to mountain pose. Take your hands behind your back, clasp your hands. Then go ahead and take both hands over to the right hip. And then go ahead and take your right ear down towards your right shoulder. Either staying right here, or maybe you take your chin down to your chest, and then lifting the head up, moving up and down, nice and slowly. And slowly bring your head back up through center. Take your hands over to the left hip. Take the left ear down towards the left shoulder, maybe staying right here. Maybe you take the chin down towards the chest and back on up. Nice slow movements. And one more breath. Taking your head back through center, unbind the arms. Arms come up overhead. As you exhale, fold it down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold and forward. On your next exhale, go ahead and plant your left foot back, coming into a low runner's lunge. Lift the chest forward, lift the gaze. As you exhale, straighten out that front leg, fold it forward. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, fold and forward. Move with your breath at your pace here. There's no rush. Try to link your breath with the movement. We'll be here for 3 more breaths. And then we'll all meet in low lunge. Chest is lifted, taking all the weight off of our palms of our hands, not sinking all of our belly weight onto our upper thigh. Engage the core, slowly, slowly, slowly. Bring the hands right out in front of you, and then all the way up, high crescent lunge. From here, as you exhale, twist it open to the right. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, twist into the right. Inhale, back through center. Twist it open to the right. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and back through center. As you exhale, open up, warrior 2. Keep that big bend in that front knee, making sure that knee is right on top of the ankle. Reaching the arms out wide or up long. Making sure those shoulders are away from your ears. As you inhale, straighten out that front knee. Arms come up. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Keeping that front knee bent. Slide that left arm down the back thigh, reaching up and over with the right arm. Reversing your warrior. And then cartwheeling your hands down towards the earth. Left hand plants on the inside of the right foot. Right arm reaches up towards the ceiling, reaching through the fingertips. Again, making sure you're not dumping all of that weight onto the left wrist. Trying to use your leg muscles, your leg strength, your core strength. And then from here, go ahead and toe heel that right foot out a little bit more to create some space. Take your right hand down on the instep of the right foot, coming into your lizard lunge. So a couple options here again. Maybe your hands are planted down. Maybe you come onto your forearms. Maybe you come onto the knife edge of that right foot, trying to open up the right hip just a little bit more. You choose wherever your body's at today. Take one more breath right here, wherever you are. And if you're on the forearms, go ahead, come back onto the palms of your hands. And then go ahead and see, we're gonna work our strength just a little bit more on this side. See if maybe, just maybe you can come onto your tippy toes on your right foot, or maybe you can completely lift the right foot off the ground and then plant it back down. That heel is gonna be facing in, toes are facing out, and you're gonna take that back leg and you're gonna plant it on the outside of the left hand, coming back into your malasana, and maybe just rocking from side to side here, getting any kink out from your hips. And then we'll meet in malasana, taking your variation here. So maybe you're gonna do your, you're gonna plant the left hand down, right arm reaches up again. Maybe you wanna work on crow pose. I will offer a new challenge for you guys, for those who have crow pose down and want something a little bit deeper, something to challenge yourself a little bit more. The next step that you can work on is called crane pose. So crane is just like crow pose, except instead of having your arms bent, your arms are gonna be straight. So same thing, big toes come to touch, knees come out wide, plant the hands down, arms are straight, and you're gonna try to get your knees basically as high up on your form as you can, close to your armpits, and you're gonna start to lean forward until eventually you can take your feet off the ground. Again, my arms, there's like a little slight bend in my elbows because you don't want to completely lock them out, but they're a lot straighter than you would in crow pose. So that's another option for you guys. We'll take 2 more breaths wherever you are. There is no rush. We will all eventually meet back in downward facing dog, however you would like to get there. You can move through your flow. You can just step it back, down dog. You also have the option to come down to child's pose. You choose your resting pose. You just come back to your breath whenever you get there. Take one more deep breath in. Exhale, release it out. As you inhale, come up through tabletop if you're in child's pose. We'll all eventually move back in downward facing dog. On your next inhale, take your gaze to the top of your mat. Walk, step, or hop. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold and forward. Inhale, rise up, mountain pose. As you exhale, bend deep through the knees, sink the hips down low, coming into chair pose, making sure those big toes come to touch. Heels can come out a little bit wider, sinking down low. Making sure you're tucking the tailbone in, making sure those shoulders are away from your ears. And as you inhale, you're going to take airplane hands. Palms are going to come facing your arms are going to come behind you. Palms are facing down towards the earth. And you're going to come up onto your tippy toes. Inhale, melt the heels down, arms come in front of you. Exhale, tippy toes, airplane arms. Melt the heels down, arms come in front of you. And we'll be here for 3 and 2. You got it. And 1. Melting the heels down, folding forward. Toe heel the feet apart, big bend in the knees, take ragdoll, maybe grabbing opposite elbows here. Let your head hang heavy. And as you exhale, release your elbows, plant the hands down, step it back, downward facing dog. On your next inhale, go ahead and bring the big toes to touch. Inhale the right leg up towards the sky. As you exhale, bring that right knee to your right elbow and send it out. Right knee towards the left elbow and send it out. And right knee towards your chest. Stay right here. See if you can bring the knee a little bit closer to your mouth. See if you can give it a little big smooch around the spine. Flex the foot. Stamp it in between your hands. Low lunge. And then rise up, warrior 2. Sink deep into that front knee. And then from here, go ahead and straighten out both legs. Heels are going to come facing in, toes are facing out. We're going to come into goddess pose. So arms come overhead. As you exhale, you're going to take cactus arms. You're going to bend through the elbows. You're going to bend the knees, sink the hips down low. Inhale, straighten out the legs, straighten out the arms. Exhale, goddess, good. And we'll be here for 5, 4, really squeeze the shoulder blades together. Where are we? 3, lost count, 2, and 1. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, hands come to your hips. Go ahead and move the toes so the toes are facing in front of you and they're parallel to your heels. As you exhale, nice flat back, slowly folding forward. And then go ahead and take your peace finger, so your pointer finger and your middle finger, grab your big toes. You're gonna bend deep through the elbows. Getting a nice little stretch here. Let your head hang heavy. Taking a little slight bend in the knees. Take one more big deep breath in. And deep breath out. Releasing the bind. Bring your hands through center. Inhale, halfway lift. Take your hands up towards your hips. Slowly engaging the core. Nice flat back coming up towards center. Go ahead and pivot that front foot to face the top of your mat. Coming into that warrior 2. And then cartwheel your hands down. Take that foot back. Maybe you move through your vinyasa with one foot lifted. And on your next inhale, take your big toes to touch, lifting the left leg up towards the ceiling. Exhale, left knee comes to left elbow. Send it out. Left knee towards right elbow. Send it out. Left knee towards center, holding right here. Bring that knee a little bit closer to your chest. Give it a nice big smooch. Flexing the foot, stamp it in between your hands. Low lunge. And then rise up, warrior two. Bending deep through that front knee. And then straighten out that front leg. Heels in, toes facing out. Coming back into straddle, wide-legged stance. And then from here, arms come up. Exhale, bend the knees. Goddess. Bend the elbows. Inhale, come up. Exhale, bend the knees, bend the elbows. Good. See if you can go a little bit deeper this time. 3 more. And 2. Squeeze those glutes when you come up. And last one. Take your hands towards your hips. Face the toes and the heels so they're parallel to one another or right in line. As you exhale, forward, fold. A couple different options here. Maybe you want to take an inversion. You're more than welcome to do so. If you want to take more of a stretching stance, you can take your hands. You're going to walk them closer or inside your legs. I don't know what the proper terminology is. And keep stretching. Nice. Yeah, and if you want to work tripod headstand, the way your hands position are you basically want to make sure it's like a triangle, right? Your head is the point of the triangle, and then your hands are at the ends of the triangle. And you're going to bend your elbows as if you're doing like a push-up, right? Elbows are in towards your body, not out. You're going to plant that head, and then maybe you slowly start to bring your legs off the ground. You can start with your knees onto your triceps and then work your way up that way. Let's see you staring at it.
Much more graceful.
Well, wherever you are, take 3 more breaths. I am sweating. It's hot up here. And if you're in inversion, go ahead and start making your way down towards the earth. And then slowly begin to bring your hands towards center, coming to a halfway lift. Hands come onto your hips. Again, engage the core here. Slowly begin to rise up, making your way through warrior two. And then cartwheel your hands down. Bring that knee in towards the chest, send it out. See if you can move through your vinyasa with one leg lifted. Nice. And then bring those toes together. Bring the knees down towards the earth, out wide. Sink your hips onto your heels, coming into a child's pose. 3 breaths. On your next inhale, slowly begin to walk the hands up towards your body. Move your ankles out of the way. Legs come right in front of you, coming into Dandasana. Flexing the feet. Sitting up nice and tall here through the sits bones. Arms reach up. As you exhale, reaching for those toes. Again, making sure you still have a nice straight spine here. So the objective is to not touch the toes. The objective is to have nice, good posture. So trying not to round your spine. Inhale, come up, arms reach up. Exhale, fold forward. So you can go a little bit deeper with every breath. Finding some more length. Finding some more space. And inhale, come up. And you're slowly gonna go ahead and bring your hands right out in front of you. You're gonna slowly start to bring the belly back towards your spine, rounding the spine here, engaging the abs. So as the arms reach forward, your abs are gonna reach back. See if you can hold this position right here for 5, 4, keep reaching forward with those arms, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly, slowly, slowly begin to release your back and your shoulder blades down towards the earth. Reach those hands overhead. Take a nice, good morning stretch or a good afternoon stretch. And then bring your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a nice, great big squeeze. Keeping your knees right where they are. Take your hands out to a T. And then scoot your hips over to the left side. Drop your knees down towards the right. Take your gaze past the left hand. Nice little supine twist. Making sure both shoulder blades are down on the mat. Inhale, bring your knees back to center. And then shifting the hips over to the right side, dropping the knees over to the left. Take your gaze past the right hand. Inhale back through center. Take a great big squeeze. Bringing your forehead, lifting the shoulder blades off the ground. Bring your forehead up towards those knees. Tighten every single part of your body up. And as you exhale, release it down. Coming into your final resting pose, your Shavasana. Letting your feet fall down towards the sides. Arms come right next to your body, palms facing up. Relaxing your face, your jaw, your eyes, fluttering those eyes closed. Just breathing into this space. I'm going to read you guys a little poem that I found called Cherishing Each Moment. It says, stop waiting for the one moment in time that will change your life. Instead, cherish all the moments. A desert cactus that blooms briefly only once a year does not consider all the moments it is not in bloom wasted. It considers them necessary and important. It knows the rest of the year, the rest of its life. It is beautiful too. All the moments count. The quiet moments, the moments of boredom and solitude, the moments of sharing, the exciting moments of discovery, the moments of grandeur, the agonizing moments when we feel sad, angry, and upset. Each moment in time is equally important. Don't wait and hope for the one thing, the one person, the one event that will change your life, plummet you into the future and the life you desire. Instead, remember that each moment in time brings change, evolution, and transformation. Most of us relish the magnificent spiritual experiences, those tremendous discoveries, those important times of change. But those moments don't happen that often. The truth is, each moment in time is a spiritual experience, an important time of change. Cherish all your moments. Soon you will see the beauty and power of each. Let each moment have value. Let each day of your life be the spiritual experience you seek. The power to change and evolve lies within you. The life you desire is happening right now. Your destiny is here. Take a big, deep breath in through your nose. Deep breath out through your mouth. Bring some awareness back into your body. Noticing how you feel. Noticing what your breath is like. Creating some small, gentle movements in your body as you start to reawaken. Reaching your arms overhead, taking a nice full body stretch whenever you are ready. And then making your way over to your favorite side, meeting in fetal position. Using your bicep as a little pillow for under your head. Cherishing this moment right here. And then using the palm of your hand, slowly press yourself up into an easy seat, sitting up nice and tall, keeping those eyes closed, with that gaze soft. Inhale, take your arms overhead. Exhale, palms come to touch, bring them right through heart center, thumb knuckles pressed against the sternum. Bowing your chin down to your chest. Take a moment here. And remember to cherish all your moments, embracing the beauty and importance of each one. Bring your thumb knuckles in between your eyebrows, your third eye center. Taking a moment here to thank yourself for showing up for you, cherishing this moment, taking these 45 minutes for just you, moving your body, getting out of your head. And thank you for taking the time to practice with me today. Namaste.